Alrighty, chat. I think that might have been an experience for all of us. Thanks for being here. Appreciate y'all sticking around while I took my break, but holy cow. I think that was pretty bad, wasn't it? I think that was really bad. Let's get back to it.
Okay, dude.
I mean, how bad was that?
Oh, did you, I don't know what this dude. I think he needs to be drug tested. I'm just, yeah.
Boy, he was driving that thing though, wasn't he? Holy smokes.
Doing something, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, he was really doing something.
I'm not sure what he was doing.
He was hitting the gas pedal a lot from what I saw.
I just sat back and watched him. I mean,
yeah, when I came back, I thought it was funny you were just sitting over there, not even.
No.
I got these to the bits. I'm just gonna turn all the way around real fast to another end. That way the spout's back on the right side. Give me 50 acres.
I mean, chat said they were having a hard time watching. Should have been on my end.
Hey, remember, chat wanted in cab, so. See, look, this is what it's supposed to look like in cab. It's so nice and peaceful in here, and you just drive and stare at your headrest. It's an awful big headrest, isn't it? Wow. Holy cow. Okay, so then we'll probably, I don't know if we need any more end rows on the other end. We'll probably just get a land going and pitter patter. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
All right. All right. That's funny though. Yeah, let's never do that again, chat, okay?
Yeah, I'm just glad there's someone in the harvester that actually knows what they're doing.
Hi, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. Oh boy. Alright, this is a lot more tame, chill. There was a little shed, Smitty, that was right next to the house here. When you delete this, it deletes the fence and almost everything in the maze. There's one windmill you have to sell separately. But yeah, it deletes all the other stuff. You betcha.
Wonder if that's why you're having problems with your GPS in this field, is because it was the maze.
I don't know if I've had problems with GPS in this field, have we?
Well, you said it wasn't working when...
No, that's you go to another field issue.
Oh.
Yeah, you get too close to another field and then it wants to take over. It's a whole thing. That's what that actually was. So, gotta be careful with that on the outside round. But after that, we should be good to go. Looks like I need to cut the corners out a little bit more. No. The AI guys, though, they go crazy on them corners, don't they?
Ah, jeez.
Well, I came back from my break, Allison. I was talking to Pops. You know, got to take a break once in a while. So yeah, that's why I hired him in the first place. I asked Dad, I was like, I told Dad, I'm like, I'm surprised you can go farm today. And he goes, lane would be too bad. And I said, well, what about tomorrow? And he goes, it'll be even worse. So we got to go mudding tomorrow. Can't wait. Because he'll want to go to the farm. But you got to do some mudding.
Okay, I'm almost full. I'm at 97.
That's a cut and stop. By the time you're 99, you're close enough. Close enough. That's pretty sick. Okay. Gonna look at our high temperature for tomorrow, chat.
We got up to 35 here today. Some of the snow's melting.
37 here right now. Gonna be 38 tomorrow, so we'll have more melt. Although it's supposed to be cloudy tomorrow.
It's supposed to be 40 here tomorrow. It's cloudy here today, but some of the snow melted off the roads.
Yeah.
I noticed.
It's supposed to be mostly cloudy right now and mostly cloudy tomorrow. I'm looking at my cameras. I don't... Hang on. Does this look like mostly cloudy, chat? There's some clouds off to the, the far right over
That
there.
looks blue skies. Oh, gosh.
I don't see him partly cloudy there.
No.
Or mostly cloudy. Sorry, mostly cloudy. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. When am I building a 120 by 120 shop when you're paying for it, Hunter? How about that, Hunter? We were supposed to build another building years ago, back in like 06. We wanted to build a building. Grandpa passed away in early 05, and like the farm sold, you know, the rest of it, and I guess it was like 07. Somewhere in there, we wanted to put up a building. We were going to put up a party shed, basically, have bathrooms, like a kitchen, you know, storage for tables and chairs and like all that stuff. I have that all in the building, and still be able to use the building for like storage for stuff, but basically have like a loft up above the kitchen and the bathroom, and a second floor for those of you that aren't familiar what a loft is. But yeah, I have all that kind of stuff, and then, you know, the stock market kind of took a tumble, and well, we never were able to build a building. So it wasn't going to be a huge building, but it was going to be pretty awesome. And basically for our pumpkin parties, and back then we were still doing 4th of July parties, is what we would have used it for. But kind of had to let that dream go, you know. You never know, maybe someday. Because it would be nice to have, for our pumpkin party especially, because again, that's the only party we really have down there. But our pumpkin party, it would be nice to have a concrete floor where we have all the food. Because right now in our big shed, it's a dirt floor. So by the end of the day, you can imagine everybody's eating some dirt, you know? So if we had a concrete floor, then that would greatly reduce the amount of dirt that everybody's eating by the end of the day in there. So plus them kids love kicking that dirt in the shed because it makes dust. There's something about it. All kids do it. Their first time in the shed, they all just kick that dirt. I was like, stop it. I don't disagree with that, Trent, but yeah. But it would be nice to have a concrete floor. Definitely would be nice. We'll add a texture. Yeah. But like, yeah, everything just gets so dirty in that shed from all the kids walking around and stuff in there. But yeah. But to have like kind of a kitchen with like a big I'd almost make it like you know, if you go to, I don't know, you'd have like a kitchen with a big counter on the one side, basically, so you could have like people working in the kitchen, like, I don't want to say making food, but like having food and you know, refilling stuff and whatnot, so that basically all your people at your party wouldn't actually go into the kitchen. They would just stay like on the other side of the counter. But have a big counter with like outlets in it for crock pots and stuff. It'd be really cool. But yeah, it just never happened. But it's all good. Maybe someday. Well, then I'd have to have more parties down there than one time a year, right?
Probably.
We can do a 4th of July again down there. The problem with the 4th, though, is like there's always, it's the bugs, actually. It's not even the heat, it's the bugs.
Yeah.
The mosquitoes are so bad down there. Yeah. So we've actually, Pop's aunt and I have kind of started our own little 4th of July tradition now, where we go down to our public firework display in town, and We have a spot that we go to every year now. We've been doing this for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now. And it's kind of become like our own little tradition. So I'm cool with that. And for some reason, there's never any, like hardly ever bugs there. So usually there's a nice breeze. We're kind of sitting up on a hill is where we go. So it's a pretty nice spot. Oh, yeah. I mean, we almost got this down like we know what we're doing. Like, don't tell anybody, but I think we got this. Actually, I'm not even going to stop this time. The heat's on. Let's go. The heat is on. Look at that. You made it back before. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Kimmy, you've come so far since we started this field to now.
I know.
Our little Kimmy's all grown up, Chad. You'll be a real tipper driver someday.
You think? No.
I don't know. I'm gonna turn it into a bar/party room. Nice. A little man cave. That'd be cool. Gotcha. Oh, Big Mert, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, we just go down and watch the city fireworks. It's not a bad show. I mean, honestly, the part that I like watching more than anything. So where we sit. How do I? Okay, I'm gonna be a little vague here, but not.
I'm
like,
gonna go empty.
Okay, that's fine. We sit up on a hill, overlooking a road, and on the other side of the road is a parking garage. But it's not really like a tall parking garage, so from the hill that we're at, we can see, like, the top of the parking garage is like street level, basically. There's parking underneath it, right? And oh, we're doing the GPS thing again, chat. The entertaining part to us is sitting there watching people try to, like, decide if they should park in the parking lot or in the parking garage or not. And, like, just people watching is probably the best part. We just sit up there the whole time, and it's one of those we watch and we judge. Okay? Just need to fix it up. I gotcha. But Pops and I just sit there the whole time, and we just laugh at cars and people. And there'll be like people that'll like almost turn in there, but they won't. And we're like yelling at them from the hill, but they like can't hear us. Like, it's fine. There's plenty of room. Turn. It's so much fun. Oh yeah. So that part might be better than actually the fireworks, to be completely honest. But either way, it's a good time. Oh yeah. The top floor of the parking garage would be an okay spot, but you'd miss a lot of the like medium to low stuff, Sean. It's kind of like I said, we're sitting up on a hill. We're sitting way up on a hill from where that parking garage is. A little bit of elevation difference. Makes you think of people at Walmart videos, yeah. We used to have another spot that was really good that we went to for years down there. And it was on top of the parking garage. But the company that owns the parking garage got mad because people were, like, consuming alcohol up there. And people were being stupid, and they would sit on the edge of the parking garage with their feet dangling over the side, and it's like 4 stories up. And yeah, so they kicked everybody out now. Nobody's allowed up there on the 4th anymore. You get Moe's and then sit in the Walmart parking lot and judge people. That sounds like a TikTok video needs to be made there, Big Mert. Better do it soon, though, you know? Oh, man. City owns the parking garage you go to. I got you, Sean. Okay. Your dad was one of those people that would leave everything 10 minutes early? No. That's so sad. It's so sad.
They never would get to see the finale.
Yeah.
That is sad.
Man.
Finale's the best part.
In the mall, they would kick out 100 plus. Wow. Oh. Yeah, so I'm that guy. If I go to like a sporting event, I'm almost gonna be kicked out by security after it. Like I paid for that time. I'm gonna use all my time I can. Yeah, I don't ever leave. I think I've left one sporting event ever early. And that was because we were in Chicago and we had to drive home that night. So we left. We were at a White Sox game, actually. So we left that game to drive home back to St. Louis. So, yeah. But other than that, and I didn't pay for that ticket. That was a free ticket. So, but other than that, like a baseball game or a hockey game, security is almost going to have to kick me out of that place. Yep.
Yeah, whenever we would go to Braves games, we'd just sit there.
Yeah.
For about 45 minutes to an hour after everybody else had pretty much left.
Yep.
We'd leave the parking lot, not get into too much traffic. So.
Like the first one in, the last one out. Yeah, that's me too.
And a lot of times we just rode the bus.
Yeah.
Because we didn't live that far from, we probably lived within a 10-mile radius of the stadium.
Now
the old Fulton County Stadium.
There was one time where we were in the parking garage that we used to go to. And we got stuck in that thing for, I don't know, an hour and a half after the fireworks. The worst part was we had beverages with us, non-alcohol, like Gatorade and water, during the fireworks. And I was, it was hot. I was drinking. Bro, I had to go so bad after that. I almost went to the corner of the parking garage and let it go. It was so bad. Yeah. When the Cardinals weren't making the playoffs, yeah. I almost peed myself in a public parking garage. I almost had to, chat, back in the day. That one, oh, it was so bad that one year. But yeah. But nowadays, yeah. Yeah, I haven't been to a Cardinal game in years now. In fact, where my brother and sister work, like, even my sister's old job, they would always get free tickets. So I can't tell you the last Cardinal game, A, that I went to, but B, before that, like, that I paid for. Like, it's been forever since I actually paid for a ticket to a baseball game. But I also just don't go now. I haven't been probably 10 years. Maybe more than that. Probably, Sean, yeah. We'll probably be at the farm for a little while tomorrow. We got tractor to work on still. Although we took the steering control box off the other day, and that's at a place now, so. Yeah, the last Cardinal game I think I went to, it was still on like 550, not KMOX. Because we used to do the 550 like cheap seats. We would do that sometimes. Yeah, been to Blues games and a couple of Blues playoffs. Nice. I've only been, I think, to 3 Blues games. Yeah, three Blues games and all tickets were free. I never had to pay for any of them. One time, the first Blues game I ever went to, we were sitting in a box with like Blues executives, and they were talking about things that they shouldn't have been talking about in front of like public. About like trading players and oh, that player needs to go away and oh, we need to get this player, and yeah, that was an experience.
You had the inside scoop.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, they were like Blues front office people, and they should not have been talking about personnel changes and stuff just without knowing who's around, you know. So that was pretty cool. That suite had free food and drink, so like we were, you know, yeah. Season tickets. Very nice, yeah. Yeah, so it's twice I gotta go
okay,
because
you sit still. But I gotta go empty.
that's fine. Twice I got free tickets from where my brother works, and then once my cousin used to have season tickets. I bet she still does. But then somehow she won tickets in a raffle or something. So like I got one of the tickets she won in a raffle or something. I don't remember what the deal was, but something like that. And I offered to pay her for the ticket. She didn't want my money, so free ticket. The worst part of that night was I rode the Metrolink thing, the light rail that we have. And there was something wrong with the trains or something, and I ended up having to stand in the rain for like 30 minutes in downtown St. Louis. And I had on this this like windbreaker jacket that had like an inside pocket. And I didn't notice till I got home, but that inside pocket was full of rain.
Oh gosh.
I had like literally 2 cups of water in this inside pocket that I brought home with me. It was awful. It was awful. Sitting in Diamond Suite, Old Bush, nice. Yeah. This is like 15 years ago. Metrolink was kind of safe back then. Today, you wouldn't catch me on Metrolink at all, bro. But back then, Metrolink was kind of safe. Yeah. Do I want to buy some old tractors? Have to ship them from Australia? I would imagine that I could find an old tractor for less than I would pay for shipping from Australia here in the States, for the record. So no, I'm good, but thanks.
Ship it by boat.
Yeah. Kimmy, I think I'm going to start turning left here. When we get this chunk done. Just wanted to bring home something from the game. Yeah, a bunch of rain. Yay. It was an experience. But yeah, that's back when Metrolink was kind of safe still. It was kind of safe still back then. Yeah, it was all right. Nowadays, though, you wouldn't catch me on Metrolink. Metrolink is a dangerous thing these days. Just saying. Very, very dangerous.
Now, when I was moved out of Georgia, they had just really started the monorail. Is what they called it.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
They had really just started putting it in. I think I got to ride it once.
Nice. Jad, if you're in Discord, feel free to post pictures of the old tractors. I'd love to see them. But shipping would be... Yeah.
I'd hate to guess at how much shipping would be.
Used to be able to walk around the riverfront without fear back then. Yep. Yep. Metrolink it's a light rail people mover. Big Murd. It does go underground a few places down, like in downtown. There's some tunnels and stuff. Yeah. So it runs kind of across St. Louis County in a couple directions and then into the city. Actually runs over to Illinois, runs over to like Scott Air Force Base, or kind of by Scott Air Force Base. Yeah, it kind of runs here, there, and yonder. So to go to games and stuff, it used to be a good way, because you would drive to one of their like parking lots where they had a station, and then you would ride that downtown. Parking was free. The ticket to ride was like what, $3-4? So you could get to the game pretty cheap. So on Discord, you got me on snaps. Yeah, you can send me some snaps. I'll take a look at them later. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, you can do that. But it was a cheap way to get to the game and not pay, $35 to park a car. Plus, if you go park a car like in a garage, which if we were gonna go today, that's what we would do because it's safer. Believe it or not, it is. But you get trapped in the garage after a game. But if you ride Metrolink, you get trapped in the station for a while too. Because they don't run that many trains per se. So I've been stuck in a Metrolink station for, I don't know, like half an hour before. 45 minutes waiting for trains. Because there's a fair amount of people that at least used to ride Metrolink. I don't know about today, but yeah. And then that one time in 06, we had that storm. We rode Metrolink. We rode it in 06. And we had such a bad thunderstorm that it flooded some of the tunnels in downtown. So obviously the trains couldn't get through. And so they put us on a bus. They're like, anybody with a Metrolink ticket, get on this bus. We'll head, you know, this direction. Well, the buses have to stay on roads. They can't go on the tracks. So to get from station to station took forever. And finally, we all convinced our driver just to drive us to one station because that's the station we were all going to. Because it was a bunch of parking rides, you know. And finally, we convinced him after going to like a bunch of other stations. We're like, bro, we're all for that one station. We're all like taking polls up and down this bus, you know, like, hey, what station you going to? Hey, what station you going to? And finally got him to take us to the one station. It was a wild night. Yeah. Wild night. Took us like 2 hours to get home. But yeah, we good to start sorghum? Yeah, should be. We should be. No, it was awful, Sean. Absolutely awful. We were packed into this well, they call them Metro buses. Metro is like the company. So we're packed into like the city bus. Nobody, I mean, there were people sitting, but like we're packed in there so bad we all had to stand. And ride around on this thing in like downtown St. Louis from stop to stop and nobody got out. And then at one point we're just driving and this guy's like, hey, there's my car, man, stop the bus. And the bus driver slammed on the brakes to let him out. It was hilarious. Yep, that was the 06 summer storm that hit Busch Stadium. Tornado warnings and everything. It was wild. But it rained so hard that night. Good Lord.
I've been at Busch Stadium when there's been storms.
Yeah?
Gotta hide in like the stairwells.
Yeah, you know what's great about that, Zach? All of that was not a thing before 06. So they had no storm like procedures before 06.
Huh.
So if the tornado sirens went off, they would just say, hey, y'all might want to leave your seats, go to the concourses. Well, now they have like every stairwell, every bathroom has like a tornado shelter sign. And, you know, they encourage people to go in the bathrooms and the stairwells and stuff like that if there's going to be a tornado warning. But that wasn't a thing in 06. So, like, they just played, like, local news on the Jumbotron, and they're like, yep, tornado warning for downtown. If you're at Busch Stadium, you might want to seek shelter. We all ended up in the concourse in the upper deck behind the seats. Like, not safe at all, but, like, that's where we ended up because that's where everybody went. And it was, yeah, 06 brought all the safety stuff down at Busch Stadium. Like, it wasn't a thing before that.
I'm going to empty again.
All right. That's fine. You just face the tornado and deal with it or die. Wow. Wow. Big E, what's up, man? Does it eat mean more? They'll mean will eat more. I mean, they do eat the Beto, yeah. So if you don't plant it, I would assume they would eat more, yeah. I assume. Yep. New Hampshire. Oh, yeah. That's funny, Sean. That's funny. Old Bush, you stood out on the terrace and watched? Pretty much, yeah. Had to sit in traffic 2 to 3 hours, Sean? Oh my gosh. That's a long time. Yeah, I would, Biggie. I would. That's kind of funny, though. Yeah, Old Bush didn't have any safety precautions. No, not at all. Actually, Zach, if you look up the '06 storm on, like, YouTube, there's a video of, like, the gate by the Musial statue of, like, the beer carts going flying through that gate and hitting the statue, or, like, around the statue. My one brother and my niece were down there around that statue when that was happening. Like, she almost got hit by one of the beer carts.
Oh,
I don't know if there's a video of that, but yeah, she almost got hit by one of the beer carts. So yeah. Kind of just use your hands. Nice. Nice. That's funny. When you leave your sprayer for 3 seconds, the arms break. The game's perfect. No minor inconveniences. That's all.
Small indie company.
Yeah. Old Bush, yeah. Old Bush was awesome. It was the old concrete donut. But it was awesome. But it was getting bad when they that last year. We went to a game that last year. Yeah, and there were like chunks of concrete and stuff. It was not good. It was not good at all. But yeah.
Yeah, when we were down there with the storm went off, we were like across the street, like
Oh yeah?
up at Ballpark Village.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, '06 there really wasn't much Ballpark Village built yet. Yep. Well, that's Big Mac. Oh man, those are the days. Those were the days watching Mark McGuire. Yeah, I'm sounding old. Back in my day.
Easy there, Grandpa.
Hey now. Hey now. I don't know if... I'm sure I went to a game during that era, yeah. We used to go to like a couple a year there, back in those days. I can remember going to one game, and we sat literally in the top row of Old Bush. It was a night game. First time and I were the only ones that went. We had like super cheap tickets or whatever. And in between innings, I would get up and stand on my seat and look out over like the city. And watch like the trains go by and stuff. From the train tracks that are there. It was cool. But yeah. Those were good days. Make steroid use mandatory. Oh yeah. KFC in a 2-liter of Baja Blast. I've heard this before, but I think it would be interesting. We have the Olympics. But dude, give us like the dope Olympics. If somebody wants to like, dope and use the steroids, give them their own Olympics, How great could that be? It'd be wild. Oh yeah. It would be wild. Be fair and more interesting to watch, right? Be something. Boy, Kimmy, I can't wait to do this all over again in that field right there. I won't be hiring this one for that field. Don't worry. Oh.
I think we should make James and Harry do the next one. I mean,
wow.
You go do something like sorghum or...
Hulk monsters doing it possible.
I mean, they need this experience too,
Yeah, yeah,
They need to learn how to do it.
I agree. Sounds like a PR nightmare. A 500 something foot old home run in Old Bush. Oh dang, that's crazy.
Okay, you go ahead. 'Cause I
Well,
have
fall
to-
asleep now.
Harvesting makes me sleepy.
You missed your
and
nappy
it-
nap today, didn't you?
Well, I didn't have a nappy nap yesterday either.
Oh, I didn't
I'm
either.
trying to stop from taking nappy naps.
Oh
To be
really?
honest. Yeah.
Why?
I, you know, and I don't know. I say this because, like, I say I don't want to wait, be up till 2 or 3 o'clock.
Because you
in the
don't sleep at
morning.
night when you take your nappy
But-
nap, right?
Yeah, but what does it really matter? It's not like I have to get up and go to work. Yeah.
I mean, there are
It's that
people.
old
There
frame
are.
of mind.
Yeah. There's people that, they sleep when they're tired. And if it happens to be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, well, then hey.
Yeah. That's me. I say, if I start yawning, I usually say, shoot, I'm going for a nap and lay down and take a nap. Because I can.
Oh, goodness. I
John,
hope.
can we get a
What?
Can we get a second sorghum head
A second sorghum head. Yeah.
for the second combine?
Oh, that's right. We have 2 big combines now, right?
Yep.
Yep.
You'll have to
Yeah,
buy.
we got that cloche yesterday.
You'll have to buy a cart for it too.
Okay.
And make it happen. Fine. Assuming you're gonna go empty, Himmy.
Yeah, I need to.
You're 98% full.
See, I wasn't even paying attention. I just zoned out here.
Back and forth. Back and forth.
Harry, apparently you don't want to harvest parsnips.
I don't understand what you're saying. I think you're speaking Klingon, so I'm gonna say no.
Please.
Well, you know that you need to have this experience.
I'm gonna have to
Well-
call my brother Harry. He can translate the Klingon for
Okay.
you. Yeah.
That would help.
You're retired, you can be up at 4 a.m. doing whatever. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, I mean, if you, Dave, especially if you're retired, you don't have to, like, who's to say when you have to get up or when you have to go to bed, You've worked your life to be retired now. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Exactly.
That's how I see it.
I earned it.
I mean, to be completely honest.
Now, that was
yeah.
like, I think it was maybe about 6 months after I retired. I was still waking up at 4:30.
Yep.
And it would be like, oh, man. But then I'd just roll over and go right back to sleep.
Yep. That's like yesterday when I was like, you know what? I don't want to be awake yet. Go hit the recliner. Next thing I know, it's 1:30 in the afternoon.
Watch your profanity.
Whatever. Oh, Hunter, it's not that bad. Thanks for the bits.
You know what the best thing about being retired is?
What's that?
Not having to set an alarm clock.
Oh, yeah?
That's so nice.
All right.
It really is. But now, sometimes John needs an alarm clock, though.
I do. 26 years as a steelworker. Gotcha. Meanwhile, Kimmy has places to go and no vehicle to get there. Oh, Sean.
Exactly.
Man. That's deep, bro. The good news is the parsnip field is not as big.
Thank goodness.
That's good news, right?
Yep. I'm just gonna back up. Let you turn around and then I'm gonna whip around.
Around. Right. I'm ready. I need a tipper.
Hold your horses.
I don't have any horses. I need a dipper.
Say what I usually used to say to my kids.
How do you...
I don't know.
How do you get electrocuted?
Oh, huh.
Bob, if you're interested in joining, come in our team speak and get to know us off stream. How... So a call came out on the scanner for an electrocution.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy, the secondary is that Buddy got electrocuted by a coil on a dirt bike.
Eh?
Like that
That
provides
ain't
spark.
no way. That's DC, isn't it? Or no?
It could zap you.
Yeah, but it's not gonna.
It'd wake you up a little bit.
It's not like sticking your finger in a light socket, or
Yeah, I don't know.
I've done that. Ooh, that hurt.
It wouldn't be like that. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh gosh, when me and the kid's dad was married, or
Not a friend of. He can't hold his.
there was a kid that lived next door to us. I think she was like 14 or 15 years old.
Okay.
She got zapped by a 220, the dryer.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, that almost killed her.
Yeah, Bob, if you're interested in joining us, our farm is joinable, but not today. You have to get to know us off stream first. Okay? You have to come in our team speak and get to know us off stream. That's how we let people join us. So,
Blow your horn at me, James. I was here first.
yes, the farm is joinable, but not today. So,
Okay,
if you're
well, we're
interested
going
in
now.
putting in the time and getting to know us, then sure. Yeah. All right.
And away
On
we go.
the parsnips. Yay! Parsnips.
Okay, what's that? Oh, rock. Okay.
Go to our TeamSpeak off. Yes. TeamSpeak. 2,400, and you don't survive that one, do you? I mean, we're supposed to get the parsnips in your trailer.
Yes, I know that.
Okay. Dad one time was working on something, 220, I think a dryer plug over at Grandpa's house or something. And the next thing he knew, he woke up and he was across the basement.
Well, there was something wrong with their dryer. Something about ground to it.
Yeah.
Something happened, and she didn't. Well, I think she got the full force of the 220, but
Sure.
some people say she didn't. But she was in the hospital for several days.
Oh, yeah. It'll mess you up. It'll mess you up. It's no joke.
And I knew that kid after she got grown and married and had kids, and to that day she would not touch that dryer. She was scared to death though, which I can't say is not.
Can't say I blame her, yeah. Yeah. We used to have this freezer. Yeah, it's not the voltage amps, just. Yeah. But we used to have this refrigerator or freezer. And if you touched the shelf, in this freezer, it would get you.
Oh,
Every
really?
single time. It would light you up. And it was always kind of funny. Of course,
Is that
never
because
had
it wasn't
choose.
grounded right, or
Well, is anything grounded right in my old house? No.
I don't know.
No. Nothing's grounded right in this house. Come on.
No, are you coming or not? You just gonna
Well,
sit
I'm trying to. My GPS, I got a little too far out of the field, and it was doing the thing again. So
here? Oh,
I was trying to figure it out. You know. not steering right. Still not
Oh,
steering
no.
right.
Are they over there harvesting? Yeah, they're over there harvesting beets. What it looks like.
Somebody is, yeah. I think it's probably, oh, he's got the thing hired. Yeah.
Yeah, where are you going? Oh,
I'm trying to turn.
okay.
Yes, Obels. Yes, I know. Electric fridge and electric stove. You laughed when you got lit up. Well, but typically, you know, if you're talking about at least, you know, in my house, we're just gonna say in my house, you know, if I touch 110, it's 15 amps. That breaker's gonna trip, right? But if I go touch the dryer plug at, you know, 30, I mean, it's 220, but it's, you know, 30 amps, so it's gonna tickle a little more, you know.
110 don't feel good. Or
Yeah,
15
and
amps don't
technically
feel
that's not just 30 amps. 30 amps per wire, so really 60
Uh-huh.
amps. So
I've never gotten bit by something
I
that
haven't either.
high, but I don't want to.
I just knocked on wood, by the way.
Yeah.
Now, if I mess with anything electrical, which I'm not afraid of it, I'll do it, but I'm gonna turn it off.
Oh yeah.
Like, I've been up working on the pole, like the main pole at the farm before. Our main pole, not like the power company's pole, but our main pole. I've worked on that before, but we have a disconnect. We can kill the entire farm. So I will definitely use that when
Uh-oh. What
I
happened?
have to do anything.
Oh,
Autosave.
okay. Autosave. I thought I got hooked on the ends of that pipe. Because that's where it stopped.
All right.
Right, I'm here. Let's go.
$220, 55 amp. I don't blame you for turning off the 220, 55 amp. Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you for that at all. I would too. I definitely would as well. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. Like Pop, he'll change like it. You got to change an outlet. He'll do it live. I'm not
even
about
doing
it.
That live.
No,
That's 110. That hurts.
better than 220.
True, but it still hurts. Smarts.
If you're careful and you got the right tools, you're fine. But I don't recommend it.
No,
I won't do it.
no, I wouldn't either.
But yeah, he'll do it.
I know
Like,
what.
nope.
I know what that feels like. I stuck a hairpin in a socket or a plug-in one day. when
I was
14.
changing a Christmas light one time, like the old mini incandescents, you know, so it was
Uh-huh.
glass. And I was like, oh, the light doesn't work. Let me pop that out using my all metal pocket knife. And I didn't
that worked out for
realize, well, I didn't realize that the two filaments were still inside the bulb,
Oh,
but there was no bulb over them. There was no glass. So it was just the filament sticking up with no glass. So I went to pop that out of there and put my hand right on it, and oh my. I ended up laying on my backside in the front yard cussing because it zapped me and kind of messed up my right shoulder a little bit. Like, oh man, it was brutal.
yeah, it's not fun getting zapped. That's for sure.
600. Oh, that's a lot of. That's like Tim the Toolman Taylor power right there. Holy smokes. You got shot. Yeah, those electric fences, they don't mess around. I've never been hit by one, but I've heard. That's wild. Yeah, I don't like messing with any of that on. I'm good. I got zapped too many times when I was a kid by that freezer. I don't like it.
I'm gonna go empty.
That's fine. And not a fan, Chad. I'll just say that much. Not a fan. Yeah. Like Hunter said, it's easy to turn off breakers, you know? Just saying. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What's poppin'? How's it going? Easy to turn off breakers. My dad got thrown by a 220 once, but that's the only person I know. I did hear a story one time of a roofer that might have hired like some illegals, and there was like a 12-year-old boy working on the crew. And Buddy put a ladder up, an aluminum ladder, and yeah, he put it right into a power line.
Ooh.
Like your main like house supply.
Oh no 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 no.
And well, there were 2 burn spots on the ground from where his feet were. So yeah, he didn't make it. Yeah. Is that working on a car? Not recommended. Yep. TV air. Oh wow. We used to have a coax line that had power going through because we had a cable booster in our 1 bedroom because our signal's really weak in our cable here at the house.
Yeah.
And like our incoming signal's really weak, so we had a booster, and apparently it went bad, and it was just pumping voltage down the coax line. And so I always knew, like, oh, if you're gonna mess with coax in the house, you don't touch the end too much, you know. It'll zap you. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Well, we had a service tech come out one time because our internet was terrible, and he's like, man, your house is terrible, but like, Mom and Dad were both sick at the time, so I didn't want him to go in the house. So I wouldn't let him go in the house. He was out here in the garage testing stuff. And he's like, man, you're putting so much voltage in the system. He goes, if the line guys knew what was going on here, they'd disconnect you. And he got zapped once by it, and he was so mad. And I was like, hang on a minute. Let me run in the house. And I unhooked that booster, and he's like, there's no more voltage. You're good. I was like, all right, bet. But yeah. It was hilarious. He was so mad at me. But yeah. He was so angry. It was hilarious. But yeah. Where on the map is the best place to build cows? That's very much a personal preference question.
I like them at the home farm. Those fields are pretty much flat and they work good.
Yeah, so we have our cows and water buffalo behind the home, well, what I call the home farm. Peepaw's farm. Hang on. There. So we took over 3, 4, and 5. And we have 2 cow barns out here. One has water buffalo and one has cows. Dairy cows. We also have sheep and goats over here in 2. And that's all nice because it's nice and like located by everything that we have there. So I don't mind that at all. But yeah, it's a good time. But it depends on, you know, what you want and stuff. Where you going?
That you give it gas and it just
takes off, huh? Rocket ship.
Takes off, yeah.
All right. All right.
It might be time for a new controller.
We just feed grass to the goats and the sheep is all we do. You need grass or hay for them, not both.
Oh, there it goes again.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I think it's my controller. I gotta say, it might be time for a new controller.
Broken.
No, not really broken, just a little wore out.
It happens.
I've had this controller, I think, longer than I've had any controller.
Damn.
Been a decent controller.
Xbox
Okay.
One?
20 bucks. Yeah. No, it's just an Xbox.
360?
Oh no, it's an Xbox One. Sorry.
Okay, I was like, whoa, there's no way.
I love my Xbox 360 controller. It's, well, purple like yours. And I've got the little dongle thing you hook up.
The chrome one, right?
Yeah.
I love that controller.
Oh, I do too.
I've used it like seriously 3 times ever, but I love that controller.
I used it quite a lot on 15 because I was still on 360, but
yeah.
After I went to computer, I used it for a while on the computer because I had the little adapter thingy.
They get all dongle.
Yeah.
My problem with the 360 controllers is the battery holder always broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was always the biggest problem with those, which they fixed that on the one by going internal with the battery. But yeah.
But these don't have batteries. This one doesn't. It's just connect only.
Oh, wired controller?
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
No. Because I have probably, I think this...
you don't ever have to change batteries, right? Or charge it.
Exactly. I don't ever have to change batteries or charge it. And my wire that goes to it is 10 foot long, so it reaches very well.
James says the building is full. So the building is full of...
Whatever they're doing is not full of
red
parsnips.
beets. Red beets. So James, you'll have to put whatever other red beets you have at the train if there's room.
Yep. Oh, that's... Might end up selling some of the red beets.
We're going to have to sell some because there's already some down there.
Yep.
That or make a pile, but I'd prefer the train.
Yeah. Because then we have to pile them up. Oh, that was sugar beets though, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sugar beets that we piled up yesterday, or whenever that was.
They would always break, huh, Hunter? So I had a buddy, Casey's brother. He used to get mad at Xbox games. So he would keep 2 controllers when he would play. One he was playing with, like using to play the game, and the other one he'd pick up and throw when he would get angry.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. What is the disadvantage? So the only disadvantage of making the thing bigger is it just gives you more work. And if you're gonna go with the robot barn biggie, the robot itself can only keep up with 106 cows. So if you just want to go with the robot for feeding, it can only keep up with 106. So you're going to be making TMR. But the Hannah Montana is a parsnip. It's like a white carrot. Yeah, that's what a parsnip is. As you can tell by the white carrots in the back of that trailer.
I think they got a whole different kind of taste too.
Yeah, I don't know what they taste like, but it's basically, think of like a white carrot.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
I don't know if I ever have either. Dan, we'll catch you. Have a good one. Yeah. Yeah, Hunter, it saved him a lot of money because, you know, broken one would go dent the wall, not as good one. He'd usually 2-hop it off the wall. Is what he'd do. There was carpet, and then, you know, he'd hit the wall a little bit too. Usually 2-hop it. It was quite funny.
Probably should have went and emptied it all. We might make it down to the end before I get full.
Parsnips are sweet.
Oh, are they?
All right.
I know I've never eaten one. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen one.
The other thing, Biggie, is with if you expand the thing for the, what's it call it too? You might as well come to.
I'll be back.
You constantly have to fill the barn because the barn capacity doesn't change if you have a bigger pasture, which is kind of interesting. So
yeah, that should change if you have a bigger pasture. I'm just saying.
But if you enjoy doing TMR and feeding cows like twice a day, then hey, more power to you. Yeah. Add parsnips to stews, huh? All right. Interesting. The parsnip is never anything my mom used to, you know, would have made me eat back in the day. So. Red beets, though? Oh, God. We used to, like, have fist fights over red beets because I hated them. You have to eat them.
I love pickled beets. Well, they say beets are good for you. They contain a lot of iron and
Yeah. Thanks
vitamins.
for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Are we mostly doing vegetables now? No. We're just up in veggie land, as we call it right now. That's all. Didn't the food cap change the amount of cows? Well, I don't know, because the barns would only hold so many, though. Biggie, or Big Mert. I don't know. I don't think so. Beans make for scary action. Yeah. Yep. Steam red beets with butter and salt. Nope. I'm good. This is parsnips right now.
I've never eaten a red beet unless it was pickled, so.
No, Hunter, not that. Brussels sprouts, though? Yeah.
I love Brussels sprouts.
Well, Brussels sprouts now are not the Brussels sprouts of when I was a kid. You know that, right?
No.
So I don't know how many years ago, but since I was a kid, they GMO'd Brussels sprouts. Because they realized that Brussels sprouts tasted like crap and nobody liked them. So apparently they got together and they decided to GMO them. And they're not the same taste of Brussels sprouts from when I was a kid. You know nothing about farming, just got the game 3 days ago. Well, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We'll do our best to show you the answers, you know? So yeah, see, now they're great, but like, did you like them when you were a kid, Big Mark? Because they don't taste the same.
Yeah, I liked them when I was a kid, too.
Really?
Mm-hmm. My grandmother used to saute them in butter and bacon. Oh, they were so
If
good.
you put bacon on them, that's different.
Yeah, that makes everything good, don't it?
Yeah. Mom was a big fan of steamed vegetables. So literally take a vegetable, cook it to death, and then eat it, right?
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm going to eat carrots today, that's how I prefer them, though. I prefer just steamed just steamed carrots. No butter, no nothing else. Just.
Oh, I put butter and brown sugar in mine.
Well, Brussels sprouts are like a sulfur. I can see that. We hated them with a passion, yeah, because they changed them. So. Yep.
I don't know, maybe my grandmother put a little sugar on. Well, I think she used to put, as far as I know though, all she sauteed the Brussels sprouts in was bacon and butter. So, I don't know. Might have put a little sugar on it.
You wouldn't eat spinach as a kid because your brother told him cows ate it?
Oh, I love spinach too. Raw or cooked, doesn't matter. And my kids were so funny when they were little, because I'm not a picky eater.
Yeah.
And I would try to get them to at least try different things.
Uh-huh.
And so I started buying spinach, and I always got Pie brand spinach in a can.
Yep.
My son to this day will not eat spinach unless it comes out of a Pie can. It's not good if it doesn't come out of a Pie can. But now my son, he is not a picky eater, but my daughter, oh my goodness, she's a very picky eater.
Recipe with Brussels sprouts? No, never. Sean, I don't go to KFC enough to know. For the record.
KFC.
We used to do frozen spinach.
The only time I ever use frozen spinach is when I make spinach dip.
Wow.
Uh-oh, I'm stuck.
Yeah, we always did frozen spinach. We'd make our spanakopita with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never had canned spinach. Yeah, never had that.
Yeah, canned spinach is good.
Yeah, I'm not Popeye. I'm good. Yeah, fresh spinach. Like, if I go to like, which I don't go, but like Mod Pizza or like Subway or anywhere where you can get spinach, yeah, sure, add spinach. It's fine. You don't even taste it.
No, not really. You don't.
It's just kind of there. Imagine. With maple syrup. Brussels sprouts and maple syrup.
No. I don't like
Maple syrup or flavored water? We're not talking no Aunt Jemima here, are we?
I like Aunt Jemima.
It's flavored water. It's literally high fructose corn syrup water.
I know, but it's good. Okay, I'm not allergic to high fructose corn syrup like you are.
I am.
Yeah, most of the world can eat it. Or some of
Yeah,
the world can
that's
eat
the
it.
problem. Oh, goodness. There's probably people that don't realize, you know, that like, you know, like there's people that eat like Red 40, you know, that die and then just feel like absolute garbage. But like Red 40's in a lot of stuff.
Don't ever give Red 40 to a kid with ADHD. Oh.
Oh, yeah?
Oh. Both my twin grandsons were ADHD when they were little.
Mm-hmm.
And my son couldn't figure out why they were little when they were little before they had to start riddling.
Okay.
Why they were bouncing off the walls. And I went over to their house one day and they were giving them red Kool-Aid. I said, that's why they're bouncing
Well,
off
first
the walls.
off, the sugar in the Kool-Aid. Hello.
Yeah, I said, well, they gave them sugar-free Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Yeah, they never gave them regular Kool-Aid. They never made it with sugar. But it was the red dye.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, and as soon as they took them off of being, I said, don't ever give them anything with red dye in it. And they stopped doing that, and they stopped bouncing off the walls.
Big Mert was allergic to Red 40 as a kid, but he grew out of it. Interesting.
Maybe that's my problem. I have too much Red 40.
Yeah.
I was watching a Roman Atwood video, and he was talking about his daughter.
I'm gonna
If
go
she
empty
has
'cause I'm
Red
like
40,
89.
huh?
I'm gonna go empty because
Okay.
I'm like 89%.
If she has Red 40, she breaks down emotionally.
Oh, no
Oh,
kidding.
wow.
Like and she's like, she's young. She's like, what's that, 6, 7 years old, 8 years old? I don't know.
She's little.
And so the one day they had like a Christmas thing at the laundromat where they had like a horse and carriage come out and they had all these Twizzlers. So she was eating Twizzlers, and on the way home, like, she was an emotional wreck. And the next day they looked, and of course there's red dye in Twizzlers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's like, they've known for a while, like, keep her off Red 40. And yeah, she had Twizzlers and had to freak out because of it. Like, that's kind of crazy.
I wonder why it does that to some people. I wonder what is the ingredient in that red dye that does that.
You probably don't want
Probably not.
to be completely honest. You probably don't actually want to know. But yeah. It made her freak out. I was like, that's kind of wild. But they've been kind of talking about Red 40 for a while. Roman and his like wife, as they have a Red 40 free house kind of thing. Kind of interesting. I don't know what we have that has Red 40 in it. I'm sure we have something in our house.
I don't think I do. I don't think I have anything that's got red 40 in it.
Did I ever
Unless
get my
it
Taco
doesn't.
Bell?
Last night.
No.
Did you eat Taco Bell last night?
No.
It's a shame.
I know. Yeah. Yep, Red 40 and other dyes are banned in some countries. Yep.
Yeah.
You betcha. Gatorade has
Really?
Red 40. I can see it. I know, like, Skittles and Twizzlers. And, yeah.
The only food that I know that I'm allergic to, and this is going to sound really
Big Mert's having Red 40 right now. Okay. What's that?
is rice-a-roni.
Rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat.
I am allergic to it.
Never had
Can't eat it.
rice-a-roni.
It's good. I mean, for rice, it's good. I mean, like, see, I'll eat rice, but it has to be, like, it can't be just white rice. I can't handle
You don't
just
like white rice, huh?
No. But, rice-a-roni, yeah, I found out the hard way I was allergic to that stuff.
Yellow 5 and blue 1.
Had rice
Wow.
today.
Just plain white rice?
No, we had
Yeah.
Chinese yesterday.
Okay. Now, see, I can eat fried lights.
Okay. All right. We don't need
This
to
is
go
way
there.
That's
We
way
don't
my
need to do
edge.
that.
But,
I haven't had
That's
Chinese
not-
for man. That was good.
That's
But,
how people.
it-
That's how people get banned.
it has to be smothered. Like if I get sesame chicken, I'll ask for extra sauce on, on the side from the sesame chicken, and I have to smother the rice in it. I can eat it.
Interesting.
I gotta go eat. I'll be back in bed.
Goodbye.
All right.
He's gonna
Is
go
that
with some
Harry
rice-a-roni.
again?
Yeah. Yeah, I've never had rice-a-roni. I've never had well, I shouldn't say never. I've had one spoonful of Hamburger Helper in my entire life. Dad
Yeah.
bought some a while back, actually. It wasn't even Hamburger Helper. It was like knockoff Hamburger Helper, Velveeta brand. So it was
That's not
basically
a
like,
knockoff. That's more expensive than the regular hamburger helper.
well, whatever. But it was basically like mac and cheese with meat in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was
Pretty
good.
much.
I had one spoonful of it.
I'll tell you one that's really good,
It was great.
and I make myself sick eating it, and it's the Velveeta chicken Alfredo.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is, to
Never
me,
had
I
that.
love it, and I will make myself sick eating it. 'Cause I eat way too much of it at one time.
Hunter's allergic to poison ivy. Same.
Me too, but my son's not.
Oh, I'm
He can take that stuff and rub it all over.
deathly
Oh,
allergic.
I'm very allergic to it.
Yeah.
You were talking about like that Velveeta stuff. But, like, Mom will make that for supper sometimes, just like mac and cheese with hamburger in it. Nice,
Yeah.
simple, easy. It's good.
Yeah, it is good.
Mac and cheese.
Has she ever tried the chicken Alfredo, Tony?
I don't think so.
Tell her to try the chicken Alfredo. It's very, very good.
No, Tony's not even talking about like that. Just literally making mac and cheese and throwing ground
Yeah,
beef.
just making mac and cheese and add hamburger
okay.
into it.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Well, I'll have to pass that along. What is it? The Velveeta?
Chicken Alfredo.
See, we weren't. I'm like homemade everything growing up, right?
Right.
So like hamburger helper would not have been a thing in my. It was not a thing in my house. Like that kind of stuff that like pre-packet. No.
Yeah,
We didn't have-
pre-pack. Well, there wasn't a whole lot of pre-packaged stuff when I was a kid.
Yeah, we didn't. We weren't. I mean, we just didn't have that stuff because Mom homemade dinner like every night. Then like leftovers, the next day, and like we just didn't have that growing up.
Well, when I was a kid, if my dad was gone on maneuvers or whatever he had to do, sometimes for weeks at a time, and my mom, she worked nights, so my grandmother would treat us, and we thought it was a treat when we got TV dinners. Oh, we thought that was the grandest of thing.
I
to
can
have a
remember
TV
having
dinner.
TV dinners once in a while. Sean, Mom did actually make cornbread from a blue box. Yep, she did.
I feel like TV dinners have really come a long way.
Dad will buy TV dinners about once a week for him and Aunt.
I have not had a TV dinner in years.
Yeah.
I
Sometimes
wouldn't
I'll
even
take.
know what to buy.
Hungry Man XL, I think, is what they get.
I get like the. They're made by Boston Market. They're pretty good. They got like. I like them. The meatloaf's pretty good. French fried steak's pretty good.
I bought a Boston Market something a couple of years ago, and it was not good. I don't remember. It was beef. Wasn't beef stew, but it was like beef and gravy with potatoes or something like that.
Banquet
No,
Salisbury
it wasn't
steak.
good. Yeah, those were good. The Salisbury steaks.
What Sean's talking about. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. When Dad makes them, I look at them and I'm just like, I don't. Usually
They're good,
they'll do
though.
that like sometimes on Thursday nights when I stream.
Yeah.
If I don't want to cook dinner. And honestly, I don't mind cooking dinner. It's the ideas of coming up what to make for dinners.
Yeah.
And like that's the part that I struggle bus with more than anything. I don't mind cooking.
Yeah, it's just what do you want to cook?
Yeah, and I'll be like, "Hey, Pop, what do you want for dinner?" I don't know, whatever you got. Like, we don't have anything. We need to like meal plan. We need to grocery shop. Like, what do you want for dinners for the next 2 nights? You know, like, I don't know, whatever. You're killing me.
I had this girlfriend now. When my kids were small, I went grocery shopping every week.
Yeah.
You know, and bought for the week, the way most people do, or some people do.
Yep.
But I had a girlfriend. She went grocery shopping every single night. Because she's like, well, I don't know what I want to have tomorrow for dinner. So she would stop by the grocery store every night when she get off from work.
Yeah, I can't. No.
I can't do that. I hate shopping too much for that.
Tater tot casserole. At least you call it casserole, not a hot dish. Lovey, what's going on? How are you?
I mean, it would be a true statement if you said it was a hot dish because the dish is hot.
The
Yeah,
dish is
other.
hot. Yeah.
But it's pronounced casserole.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So I make the funeral potatoes. I don't call them that necessarily, but if I call them that, you guys know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna try those one of these days.
And I make them in a crock pot now. And I've been known to actually throw like taco meat. So I'll like make up ground beef and season it like taco meat and throw that in there with the casserole or with the taters and stuff. That's really good too.
I was thinking about throwing some ham in there.
You guys
make them
can't
up
say
on
the
toast.
word hot dish, by the way. Just so you guys know, that's a blocked term in here.
Why is it? Oh,
It's blocked by Twitch. Yeah, they just don't allow it. I don't know.
I
yeah.
can kind of understand why.
Hot dish is blocked by Twitch. It's kind of weird.
Well,
It's not blocked by Twitch. It's blocked by us.
I'm going to empty.
Fine.
I shall return.
Okay,
We're almost done with
bye.
this, thank goodness.
Hey. But no, yeah, it's just the coming up with like what to make.
Oh, trust me, I've been there, done that. It was like
And when
every day
you're
I had to plan a meal.
when you're dealing with people that just say, I don't know, whatever you got.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you end up with meals like we had the other day.
Well, when my kids were little, I would ask everybody, okay, what do y'all want for supper tomorrow night? I don't know, it don't matter. And then when I'd just say, okay, I'll just do what I want to do, and
Yeah.
I didn't want that. Well, I asked you what you wanted.
Mm-hmm. Make up your mind.
I mean, you can't have it both ways.
Although Pops will say pancakes a lot too.
So what'd you have for supper the other night that was off the rails?
Well, so, with the snow this week, we were trying to, last week we put together a grocery list and, okay, let's eat the food we bought off the grocery list. And so we did that. And then it's like, okay, what do we have around the house? We can just make, So I was thinking about making like beans and weenies the other night,
Mm-hmm.
Well, we didn't have no baked beans. And so then I was looking around and I was like, well, we got some cans of chili. I could just throw hot dogs in the chili and then make cornbread and just like put that in a bowl. You put your cornbread in first, then your chili with your hot dogs in there. And so that's what we had for dinner the other night. It was delicious. I loved it. I don't think anybody else in the house did, but I was all about it.
I don't think I've ever had cornbread and chili.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's
good.
good if you make the real cornbread.
Make that stuff right out of that blue box, man. I tell you what,
No.
Tony,
What's the
we're
real
gonna
cornbread?
actual just cornmeal.
Cornmeal, egg, and buttermilk.
Well, they got the stuff in the blue box. Just open it.
No, that's sweet cornbread. It has sugar in it. You don't put sugar in. Oh, don't get me started.
I feel like I opened a can of worms.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Love a big bowl of chili right out. A big bowl of chili right out sounds really good, actually.
I still got some leftover chili. That might be what I have for din
That blue
tonight.
box is the best.
I took mom made chili.
Hold on.
Oh,
Hunter I Cool 122 cheered Dex 100. Oh gosh, another 4-hour TED talk from Kimmy about cornbread.
Nope. Hunter, I'm going to shut up because I'm just not going to
You're
go
outnumbered.
there. I'm just going to hush because I'm sorry, you people don't know what good cornbread is, and that's just the facts.
Anyway, your mother made chili? Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I took some to work this week.
Yep.
And the one guy, he was saying before you put the chili in the bowl, you put peanut butter in the bowl and then put your chili on top of that. I don't know, I've never done it.
Mm-mm.
Trent and Zach cheered X100.
No.
The blue box is the best.
The only thing I've ever put in my chili
Cheese. Lots of cheese.
Cheese and crackers.
and
Yep.
I have put sour cream in my chili. That's good.
Crackers. Lots of
Just
crackers.
a dollop. Mm-hmm.
Little dollop of Daisy.
What
Yeah,
if you put
little
sugar
dollop.
in homemade corn?
Some people do.
I like
I
chili
don't.
with beans personally. Yeah, I'm a chili with bean guy. That's
Well, I
just
did
me.
have hot dogs and chili again. That was good the other night.
It was good, yeah. So it was canned chili. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Chili Man chili.
Mm-mm.
You can buy it at, like, all the grocery stores. We buy it. I like that chili.
I've never heard of it. That must be a St. Louis thing.
We've had that chili. No, I don't think it is. We've had that forever.
The only chili that I buy in cans is Armor Star.
Yeah, I never heard of that. Chili
Well,
without beans
except
is
for,
meat sauce. I know.
The Castleberry chili, hot dog chili.
All right.
I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
No. So hot dog chili. Does hot dog chili have beans?
No.
See, I feel like that shouldn't, right?
Right.
But like regular chili should have beans,
Well, people say real
In my
chili
opinion.
does not have beans.
in my opinion. Wow, Big Mert. Big Mert, get out of my head. Man. Yeah, one of these days I do want to make. We have that chili recipe that's like steak and shake chili. It's the one that brother makes, Zach, for like Pumpkin Day.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to make it, and like I'll make sure you get some. It's good.
Mom makes. I really like Mom's chili. It's I don't know. It's good.
I don't know if
A
I've
little
ever
bit,
had
just
it.
a little bit of that, you know.
Yep.
A little bit of brown sugar. Yeah, good time.
The interesting things about the steak and shake chili, there's two things. It has Coca-Cola in it, which I wouldn't put in it. I'd have to come up with a substitute for that.
Mountain Dew.
No, probably like, Diet Coke or something. I can't do the high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
And then it also has chili powder. Or not chili powder, sorry.
Chili powder.
It has cocoa powder in it.
Cocoa powder?
Yeah, so like
Strange.
chocolate. Yeah.
I put molasses in my chili.
Oh.
A big dollop of molasses.
So you
Oh,
put sugar in your chili too, huh?
No, it's molasses.
It's
Blackstrap molasses.
sugar.
Hunter I Cool 122
Well, yeah,
cheered
but I don't
Dex
put it in my
100.
cornbread.
I pretty much like food that prepared for me. I suck and don't like cooking.
Gotcha, Hunter. Laced with bits. Blackstrap molasses is the best, yeah.
Yeah, I just put a big old dollop of that in there, and
All right.
it's really, really good.
So I make baked beans, right? I take the Bush's Originals and I put 3 things in them to doctor them up a little bit, right?
Yeah, I always doctor them up.
Blackstrap molasses is the
Yep.
secret one that nobody can ever guess.
Yep.
And it just makes baked beans so much better. I literally just took a drink.
Yes, it does. It really does make them better. Well, I used to make my baked beans homemade, because, like, a can of beans was cheaper than the Bush baked beans.
Gotcha.
So I would just make homemade baked beans, and I always put blackstrap molasses in them.
Mm. Yep. Yeah.
My grandmother taught me about blackstrap molasses a long time ago.
Dad drinks it, eats it off a spoon.
Now, I can't go that far.
Oh, he can. He's crazy with it. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, I can't do that. Because I got some on my finger the other day, and I just licked it off, and I went, whoa.
Hey,
Strong
Dynasty,
taste.
what's going on? How are you? Welcome in. What's poppin'?
Alright, parsnips are done. What the heck is next? They did the beets, didn't they? They finished the beets.